What's up, guys? Welcome back here to my streaming channel. Streaming today, I'm just talking about the TBT uh, championship. Tomorrow night. It's not tonight. I think it's tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow night. I've been watching a few games of the tournament, just some sports, I guess. I honestly thought it was going to get canceled this year, but they didn't cancel the TBT this year. Surprised it didn't. Won't have any uploads today, so I thought why not just do a live hangout here on this channel. The question is, if someone joins, can you all hear me clearly and not how it was the other day when I did a live hangout? We'll see. I'm personally going for sideline cancer. I don't really want the Golden Eagles. I was kind of going for the Golden Eagles to win the championship, but now I'm kind of going for sideline cancer. But yeah, I wish there was a TCU alumni team in this, but there isn't. There's not a TCU alumni in it, unfortunately. There's no TCU alumni in this, unfortunately. Wish there was a. I might do a live reaction to it. Yeah, I might do a live reaction to it. I don't know, like second half reaction to it. But yeah, I had nothing else to upload today, guys. So not much to do today. I'm not gonna upload today. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. The TBT, championship. Yeah. So, what's up, sports productions? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. I might make a second half reaction to it. But I obviously won't show my face just because, you know, can't do that because that's apparently a part of can't do that, guidelines. Stupid freaking guidelines. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the TBT championship tomorrow. I'm going for sideline cancer. What about you guys? I don't know who you guys are going for. If you are watching the tournament, I know you said you were watching some sports productions. I didn't know if you're going for anyone. I hope sideline cancer wins. Yeah, I hope sideline cancer wins it because they're a 22 seed. And overseas elite's not in it. They usually win it like every year. They usually win it because I think they won in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and then last year they didn't win it. And this will make it 2 years in a row. Overseas elite does not win it. They won it like four years in a row, 3 or 4 years in a row. Overseas elite, they win the TBT like every year. Yeah, I got sideline cancer. Yeah, same. I'm going for sideline cancer. I was going for that herd, the Marshall alumni team, when they were in it to win it all, but then they lost to Overseas Elite, I think, in the quarterfinals. Pretty sure. It's pretty cool to see Sideline Cancer all the way in the championship as a 22 seed. I wish TCU had an alumni team, but I can probably name some of the guys we'd have on that team. We'd have the big guy from 2018. I forget his name. I don't know why, but I forget his name. It was a very confusing name. Our big guy from 2018 would be on the TCU alumni team. If we had a team, it'd be the big guy. I forget his name though from 2018. He was pretty good. And then we'd have Desmond Bain, obviously, probably, and then we'd probably have we'd have Kyan Anderson. He was a really good player. He wasn't as good as Bain, wasn't as consistent as Desmond Bain, but Kyan Anderson was a good player back in 2013 for TCU basketball. That was a really bad time for TCU basketball. We were going, 10-21, but Kyan Anderson was the only hope we had at that time. They played lights out against Boeheim's Army. Facts. Yeah, they did. But yeah, if TCU had a team, we'd have Desmond Bain, Kyan Anderson, the big guy. I forget his name from 2018. I know he had a really confusing name. I think his number was like number 10. Um, there was a few guys I remember. I remember what they look like from the 2018 team that went to the NCAA tournament, but I forget what their names were from the TCU basketball team that went to the tournament. Was a 6 seed, but I remember what they look like. I just don't remember for sure what their names are. Forget. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. TCU basketball roster 2018. I'll remember him. I'll remember him when I see him. Owen. It wasn't Owen. It wasn't Owen. It wasn't Owen. Wait, no. Who was it? Dang. Who was it? That's right. That's right. That's right. It was Kayot Noy. I remember him. Number 12. Kayot Noy. He would play on the TCU alumni team. He definitely would. Jalen Fisher would for sure. Um, although he did go to Grand Canyon University. He transferred, sadly. He's a really good player for us. He was our best recruit from like 2017. I remember a lot of these guys. I do. I do remember a lot of these guys. I don't remember some of them, some of their names, but I remember what they look like. I remember 34. He hit the big free throws against Kansas. I remember that. That was legendary. Dang it, I can't find my remote. Oh, yeah. You know what? I got the Golden Eagles tomorrow, but oh, man, I want Sideline Cancer to win. I want Sideline Cancer to win. Hey, the stream is actually. Wait, hold up, guys. I'll be right back. Here, I'll be back in a second. All right, I'm back. The Oral Roberts Golden Eagles. Oh, brother. Now, this is the Marquette alumni. I believe it's the Marquette. Yeah, it's the Marquette alumni. I think Sideline Cancer is just a bunch of different college players, ex-college players. TCU, if we had a team, we'd have Kean Noy on there. We would have Desmond Bain. We'd have Kyan Anderson. We would have, dang, who else would we have? We would have a few other guys. I remember what they look like, but I don't remember their names. Oral Roberts is goated in the NCAA simulator, but they're not goated in real life. Yeah, no uploads today, guys. I'll upload my Patriots prediction tomorrow. Where the hell is my remote? LOL. Yeah, I'll have a Patriots prediction tomorrow, and then I'll have probably a different one. I might upload every other day. That's probably what I want to get you guys used to that kind of schedule. Me uploading every other day, because when school starts, that's probably going to be the schedule every other day. Probably upload 3 or 4 times a week, because when school starts, I'm so busy. Yeah, but you can count on me during the year, man, to upload Giant stuff. If the NFL does happen, college football's not happening. I can guarantee that, most likely. NFL happens, I'll have a lot of New York Giants content coming out. You know it. I'll have some rage videos. If we lose to the Redskins, well, they're not the Redskins anymore. But if we lose, to the I'll just call them the Redskins right now. That's their current name. But Redskins twice. Oh man, guys, if we lose to the Redskins twice, I am going to make a big rage videos. Like, we should beat the Redskins. We usually sweep the Redskins. That's a guarantee, but hopefully we do. Yay, I found it. He found his remote. Let's go. I'll upload USC today. Nice. I'll go watch it. Yeah. Thank you, StreamYard, for coming to mobile every stream. I say that, but I really mean it, StreamYard. Thank you. Oh my god, guys! StreamYard did it again! Oh man. Oh man. StreamYard, you are legendary. Yeah, you got another chance at him this year, man. Yeah, I think you play the Redskins again, don't you? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, because I remember my Panthers prediction. Wait, does that mean you play the Giants? Oh, crap. Does that mean you play the Giants this year? Panthers, do they play the Giants this year? No, they don't play the Giants. I don't think they play the Giants. It has, look. No, we're going to lose against the Panthers. That's a fact. We're going to lose against the Panthers. We're going to lose against Panthers. We always find a way to blow games. Hold up. Do we play the Panthers this year? Come on. I kind of hope we do, though. I feel like we can win that game. I feel like we could. No, we don't. It says here wait, do we? Hold up. All right, so we play. That's NFL preseason. We play the Steelers, the Bears, 49ers, Rams, Cowboys, Redskins, Eagles, Buccaneers, Redskins again, Eagles again, Bengals, Seahawks, Cardinals, Browns, Ravens, and Cowboys again. So no, we don't play the Panthers this year. I still remember that game like yesterday, Giants Panthers, when freaking 65-yard or 63-yard field goal. I thought we had that freaking game. My God, that made me so pissed when the Panthers hit that 63-yard field goal against us for the win a couple years ago. That was so annoying. God, that made me pissed. That was a huge game too. I remember that game. No, it was not epic. It was not epic. It was not epic. I thought we had that game. I was like, oh, he's gonna miss this. It's a 63-yard field goal. This isn't happening. And he knocks it straight through. And I'm like, excuse my language here, guys. I usually don't cuss, but I said, I went, damn it, damn it. I started screaming that. I was like, I got in trouble for screaming that in the house, but or not screaming it, but yelling that, but it was totally worth it because I was pissed. Yeah, if I would have had this channel, if I would have been like 14 at the time, oh, you guys would have seen. I might make a throwback to that. I might actually make a throwback Giants video to that when I raged to that game. That game made me so pissed. Giants versus Panthers. We got Baylor's offensive coordinator. Well, good luck with that. Can't stand Baylor. Freaking overrated school. Freaking overrated as hell. Yeah, you know what? I think Baylor is one of the most overrated teams in college football. I really do. I think they were the most overrated team in college football this past year. You know what? Yeah, sure. They started off 9-0, but they almost lost to West Virginia. They almost lost to us. They should have beat Oklahoma, but they proved that they can't win the big games this past year, and they proved that they just can't win big games at all. That's what they proved. And then Georgia didn't even have their wide receivers in, I'm pretty sure. And Georgia still crushed them. It was 26-7 in the fourth quarter. I was so happy to see Georgia crush Baylor. That was so funny. Baylor Baylor should have lost to West Virginia. They should have lost to us. Baylor should have been 9-3. Baylor should have been 9-3. Baylor should have been 9-3. No cap. In this past regular season. Yeah, West Virginia blew that game against Baylor. I remember that. It was really low scoring. I think it was 17-14, and then well, we freaking blew it, but not only that, we didn't only blow it. Rush screwed us in that game. Rush screwed us in that freaking game. That was so annoying against Baylor. Rush screwed us. Oh, Oklahoma had no business being in the playoff. They almost lost to Iowa State. They almost lost to us. Sure, they made that epic comeback against Baylor, but they almost lost to us. They almost lost to Iowa State. They lost to Kansas State. They had no business being in the playoff. Oklahoma could have gone 8-4 this past year with all the games they've almost blown. They could have gone 8-4. They could have gone 8-4. They could have gone 8-4. Oklahoma should have gone 8-4, honestly, or 9-3. or at least 9-3, because they lost to Kansas State, they should have lost to Iowa State, and they should have lost to us too. So, honestly, Baylor and Oklahoma were overrated as heck. And I'm sorry if Zach Kostoff is watching right now, but it's just facts. Oklahoma and Baylor were both overrated. That's just my opinion. I mean, we saw that. They did not show out well for the Big 12. Baylor got clapped by Georgia. It may not look like it because the final score was 26-14, but they were down 26-7 in the fourth quarter to Georgia. Oklahoma just got absolutely clapped by LSU. That was just a murder. They don't suck. They don't suck. They don't suck, but they were overrated. They're probably gonna. I feel like Oklahoma's gonna be better this year, and they'll be on top of the Big 12. I think pretty easily. If you want my opinion, I think Oklahoma's gonna win the Big 12 pretty easily. If we have a season, if we at least have a 9-game season, I got Oklahoma around that 8-1 mark, 9-0 maybe. Nah, I don't think Oklahoma State. They got a good quarterback, Spencer Sanders, and they also, they obviously got Chuba Hubbard. Sure, they got Chuba Hubbard. But if you can stop Chuba, if anyone can stop Chuba, they're not winning the Big 12. If you can stop Chuba, you're not winning. If you can stop Chuba, then mission accomplished. Because you're going to beat Oklahoma State if you can stop Chuba. But that's really difficult to do, especially for that Oklahoma defense. I feel like that Oklahoma State game could really be a really good game. My opinion, I think Oklahoma and Oklahoma State are the two best teams in the Big 12. Following up, I think, is Texas and Kansas State kind of tied for third, in my opinion. I think Kansas State could honestly get third in the Big 12. Kansas State's pretty underrated, not going to lie. Kansas State could be a surprise team. You never know, guys. Kansas State, they got a good quarterback, good solid quarterback. They got a good solid quarterback and Skylar Thompson. Yeah, he's a little inconsistent, but they got a good solid quarterback, and not only that, Kansas State's got a pretty decent defense and not a bad offense. Yeah, that was crazy. I remember that. Wasn't that the year Mason Rudolph played for Oklahoma State? Was it Mason Rudolph against Baker Mayfield or something like that? Yeah, I remember that. I remember watching it. That was a good game. That was a great game. I remember when TCU beat Oklahoma. Those were great days. Those were good days. TCU was able to beat Oklahoma. Good days, man. Mason the GOAT. Yeah, not really. But hey, he's the GOAT at getting hit in the head. He's good at getting hit in the head and he's good at getting hit in the head, and he's good at getting concussions. That is what Mason Rudolph is the GOAT at. Dude had like 3 concussions this past year. Good lord. In my opinion, the Steelers, I think it's a big I think after this season, I think they're going to have a solid season, kind of not like one of the best teams, but like 9-7. I think after this season, I think the Steelers are going to be on the rebuild. I really do. I think they're going to be a rebuild team. They're going to be rebuilding very soon. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you got a great coach. You got a really good coach. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he will be. But don't get me wrong, you guys got a great coach. But I think you guys won't be awful, but I think in like a year you won't be a playoff team. You're going to be around that 6-10 mark, and you're going to be rebuilding. That's what I think. Mike Tomlin is the GOAT. I'm not going to lie, guys. Mike Tomlin, maybe not the GOAT, but he is. The dude can take a third string quarterback, lead a team to an 8-8, 9-7 record that shouldn't even be close to that mark. I mean, that's legendary. But yeah, I think, in my opinion, the Steelers are going to be rebuilding pretty soon. But not a bad rebuild, not like a Giants rebuild. Like Giants are just the Giants are just a mess. I'm The Giants are just a huge fat mess. It's not going to be anywhere near a Giants rebuild. Giants we're a big fat mess. Oh, yes. All right. If we have a 9-game season for the Big 12, say we do, Joe Judge will probably be trash. Yeah, he will be. He will be. We're just gonna hand it. We're just gonna hand it off to Saquon all year. We're just gonna hand it off to Saquon all year, and that's not gonna work. I hope he's good. We need somebody. We need it. We need a good coach, but I don't know what the hell we were thinking. Joe Judge? Like what? A special teams coach? Are you joking me? Like that's what I exactly thought when we hired him. It's like yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can smack the Pats. I think you can beat them, but I don't think you can smack them. Um, you can maybe win those 3 games, but I think you're going to lose 1 or 2 of them. And then I think y'all are a wild card team around that 9-7 mark. And in my opinion, I think the Steelers will lose in the wild card. Man, this mint is pretty good. ASMR. ASMR. What am I even doing? Well, TBT championship. I can't wait for it. Just excited. There's some sports. I've been watching a few games of TBT. I've watched maybe 6 total games of it, and I've watched some like quick replays of it, some highlights. But I'm definitely watching the full game tomorrow. TBT championship game. I might make a second half reaction to it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting Verizon soon on my phone, and then I think I'm getting we're getting cable. My dad's getting cable because the NBA is going to be back on, and it's probably going to be on like special TV networks and stuff. So he wants to like get it, or he wants to get the ESPN again, like ESPN package again. So we're getting cable again. I don't think you're beating the Titans. I really don't think you're beating the Titans. But I think you can beat the Bills. You can maybe beat the Bills, but I think you can beat the Patriots. I think the Steelers can beat the Bills and the Patriots, but I think they're going to lose one or two of those three games. I don't see the Steelers being a huge contender in the NFL, but I see them being a playoff team, but I don't see them going too far in the playoffs. They can maybe win a game, sure. They can maybe go to the divisional, maybe, but I don't see them winning more than one game in the playoffs. But hey, maybe you guys can pull off some like that Titans magic. Go to the AFC Championship with a team that shouldn't even be there. Kind of like how the Titans did it, but I don't think that's the type of team the Steelers are. I think they can make the divisional playoffs. I think they can maybe win a playoff game, but I think they're going to lose from that either the wild card or the divisional. But I think I got them losing the wild card. But I don't think the Steelers are winning the division. If Lamar Jackson stays healthy, Ravens are going to win that division. Steelers aren't winning the division, but that's just my opinion. In my opinion, I think number 1, Ravens. Number 2, Steelers. This is for division. Number 1, Ravens. Number 2, Steelers. Number 3, Browns. And number 4, Bengals. Browns will still be average, I think, around that 7-9, 8-8 mark. Still kind of average. Steelers will be a little better than that, around that 9-7, I think. Ravens will win the division, I think, at around 11-5, 12-4 maybe. And then you got the Bengals probably at that maybe 3-13, 4-12 mark. Probably. Lamar can't do crap in the playoffs, and that is a fact. That is a fact. But he's got to prove himself this year in the playoffs if he wants to be a quarterback that wants to win a Super Bowl. You gotta perform under pressure in the playoffs. You can go 14-2, 13-3, your team, and you can have a great regular season. But you gotta prove that you are a quarterback that can perform under pressure in the playoffs. That's what Lamar has to prove. Welcome back, Carter. Welcome back. I'm just chilling here talking sports. I was talking about division. So, I just don't see the Ravens winning the Super Bowl. Me either. I don't see them making it. I don't see them winning it. I honestly think the Saints have a chance. I think the Saints and the Chiefs could be a solid prediction for the Super Bowl. I don't know, man. Playoff or the Super Bowl can be kind of tough to predict sometimes. I definitely think the 49ers are taking a step back. They can make the playoffs at, maybe 9-7, 10-6, but I don't think they're winning division. I think Seattle is. Honestly, maybe the Cardinals could surprise us this year and get second place in that division. My thing is I think Seattle will win that division, so Seattle first. I think the 49ers second, Cardinals third, Rams fourth. That's what I think. That division's tough, man. That's a really hard division to play in. The Reed Mahomes dynasty. Yep. We'll see how that goes, if that's a dynasty or if it's just going to be a temporary thing. I think it could be a dynasty, especially if they win the Super Bowl this year or even make it. I don't know. That could be a dynasty. Yeah. Steelers defense is good. but they're not. They're not a top 5 team in the league, in my opinion. They are not a top 5. Yeah, you guys may have a top 5 defense, but you got to prove it on offense too if you want to win some playoff games. If you want to win, if you want to go far in the playoffs, you got to have offense too. I mean, Steelers aren't winning the division. That's just my opinion. Steelers are not winning the division. I think Ravens first, Steelers second, Browns third, Bengals fourth. If Lamar stays healthy, and I know the Steelers have contained Lamar, but just imagine if, the Ravens, imagine if they got Jamal Adams. They would be unstoppable on defense. Maybe Derrick Henry's a playoff guy. Never know. Maybe he just shows up in the playoffs. That's probably not true, but Derrick Henry is a beast. That's a no cap. I'm sorry, Carter. I don't think you're containing Derrick Henry. You may have a really good run defense, but I don't think you're containing him. And I don't think the Steelers are going 13-3 or 12-4. They're going 9-7, 8-8 or 9-7 most likely. Maybe 10-6. That's what I think. I think they should keep the NFL 16 games, 16 regular season games. I don't like the idea of 17. I don't know. I get maybe why they did that, just because they added a. Maybe they do that just because, or maybe they added that just because they added a playoff spot. That's why, because they added the 7th seed to each conference. Maybe that's why they did that, to add a regular season game. The Steelers are a good team. They got Mike Tomlin. You guys got to remember, they got Mike Tomlin, the head coach, but I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender. But I think they'll be in the playoffs. I think they'll make a wild card game. But I don't see them going far. But I do see the Steelers making the playoffs, but not going too far. And we're not even going to talk about my Giants here, guys, because my Giants are complete trash. I've heard it from so many people. My Giants are just trash. I already know it. We're going to suck as usual. We suck. We're trash. Just throw. You're not going 6-10, Carter. You guys aren't going 6-10. You're not going 6-10. That's not realistic. You guys are going 8-8, 9-7, maybe. Probably 9-7 is a good solid prediction for the Steelers if Big Ben can stay healthy and be solid. So yeah, but we're not even going to talk about my Giants, guys. We don't need to mention them. We already know they're trash. Our defense is trash. Throw the whole season in the trash. Giants are trash. Please, Joe Judge is going to be trash. God, freaking, I hate the Giants sometimes, man. Our team, they make the stupidest decisions. Oh, man. It just makes me mad. The Giants make so many bad decisions. Coaching-wise, drafting-wise. Just frustrating. Everyone says we're going to tank. You might. Maybe. I don't think you will. I think Mike Tomlin's goal is probably to make you guys a Super Bowl contender, but that's obviously every coach's goal, but they should just trade Saquon to save his career. LOL. You guys have no idea what it's like to. At least you and or Carter, you have a decent NFL team you root for. Sports Productions, you at least have a really good college football team you root for. But I'm over here. I got TCU who's going 6-6, 5-7 every year. I got the Giants over here going 4-12, 3-13 every year. Trust me, being a TCU and Giants fan, it sucks. It just plain out sucks. But hey, I stick with my team through thick and thin, man. One day both my teams will be good, hopefully. Stick with my teams through thick and thin. I feel like TCU is going to be good in 2021. And a lot of people agree with me on this. I feel like, we're getting Zach Evans. We're getting really good, solid defensive recruit commits. We're getting really solid wide receivers. TCU, watch out for TCU in 2021, man. We might be one of the best teams in the Big 12. Maybe not the best, but maybe, top 4 in the Big 12. We'll get a lot better, I feel like. We just got to figure out that quarterback position. Can flipping Max Duggan do anything? Same. I'm not going to be a bandwagon Chiefs fan. I'm staying with the Panthers. Yeah, same, man. My dad's over here trying to convince me, be a Chiefs fan, be a Chiefs fan. I'm like, heck no. Because my dad has always been a Chiefs fan. He's not a bandwagon. He's not a bandwagon. He's been a Chiefs fan for years, but I've always liked the Giants a lot. So, gotta stick with my team, the Giants. And gotta stick with TCU through thick and thin, man. You know? Gotta stick with all of them, That's what being a sports fan is. There's a lot of growing pains. Being a sports fan, your team is gonna go through lots of hard times. Lots of rebuilds. And I was there at the Super Bowl. Wow. Dang, man. I've never seen an NFL game. I've only seen college basketball. Isn't that sad, man? I've only seen a few college basketball games, a couple college baseball games, and that's it. Oh, wait, no, I have seen a couple MLB games. Take that back. But I haven't gone to any college football games. Want to go to a TCU game. Haven't gone to a single NFL game before. Haven't gone to an NBA game before. I really want to go to a TCU football game. If there's any, right now, if there's any game I want to go to, it's a TCU football game. I used to kind of like the Cowgirls, but then I realized they are overrated as hell. I've been to 2 Panthers games. Both of them they lost to the Falcons. Oof. Yikes. This has been a sad week for me, man, because listening to Juice WRLD's album, it's so sad. One of my favorite rappers, probably, I think he's tied for second. He was talented, man. He was the best. He was the best freestyler on earth. No cap. Juice WRLD when he was alive. I mean, the dude could go. They said the dude could go up to a microphone for 6 minutes, have no lyrics written down, and make a hit. I mean, that's how talented he was. We can never beat the Falcons. That's a fact. Y'all can't ever beat the Falcons. Falcons got your guys' number. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end this stream. Thank you all for watching. TBT championship tomorrow night. I'm excited. I might make a second half reaction to it. I don't know yet. I might. 50-50 most. Maybe. Maybe not. I might make a second half reaction to it. I don't know yet, but be on the lookout for that tomorrow night if I do. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. No upload today. Remember that. No prediction, but I will have one tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Thanks. Thanks for watching.